Hi Sweetpea.
Hi Mummy Bear.
How's your week been?
It's been good actually. I've got out in the garden because the sun was shining for a bit. That was just really, really lovely. Tried to get as much of a suntan as possible, just kind of go out the sun going, yes, on this side.
You're
this
looking
side.
a bit pasty because you're just inside studying all the time.
Oh, that is the problem with studying so much, is that you just become this kind of blob.
It's pasty blob. You
pasty
need to get
blob.
some vitamin D.
Yeah.
It was good. You got loads this weekend.
And also carrying the bags of compost really helped with the muscles.
With your muscles.
Yeah, exactly. So that was great. But the great news is that I have put in the ground 8 corn plants. This amazing Indian popcorn. It's amazing. It's like multicoloured.
Have we had it before?
We've tried it last year. I didn't do so well because it was in a super shady spot.
Okay.
This year it's in a nice sunny spot. And next to it we have 4 courgette plants. We have 2 patty pans and 2 normal kind of green courgettes.
So we've really reduced down how many courgettes we do this year. We thought that might have contributed to our problematic courgette harvest.
Yeah.
I 0.
Yeah,
last
exactly.
year.
And also we are using compost from the compost heap, so that should be amazing. Little bit of bagged compost, but we're having them also in a sunny spot, so hopefully
Moved beds, haven't we?
Yeah, exactly. So that was really cool. And then best part was then weeding the tomato bed and putting in 30 tomato plants, all grown from seed, which I'm really proud of. Been looking after them a lot. So I think we should have 2 of these kind of pear-shaped tomatoes.
Orange ones.
They can't.
Yellowy orange ones.
No, they are this really pretty one. Cannot remember the name. What were they? They were like this Summer Delight or something like that, or Dazzle. But they've got this kind of multicoloured rainbow coat to them, so it's kind of orange and then dark and then light and then all sorts of.
Oh, pretty. We haven't had those
multicolour.
before.
No, and I've managed to grow them really well this year, so
Oh, great.
I'm really happy. And then we've also got some Roma tomatoes.
Yummy.
Lovely, nice plum tomato. We've got some ananas ones.
Oh, yeah.
And we should also have some then just normal beefsteak tomatoes as well.
Oh, good. So all the colours.
Yeah, we've got lots of different
But no
colours.
purple ones this year.
I can't remember if...
You must have done purple ones. You're
Surely.
so into them.
Yeah.
But you've muddled them all up, haven't you? I was hoping that you would have
Oh, yeah, you did say.
purple to red to orange to yellow all in one bed with all the different tomatoes, but
I know.
that's not happening, is it?
It'll kind of be like a very mixed up rainbow.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, nice to have all the tomatoes again. I love
Yeah.
having those every year.
Completely.
And I think it was Sue who said you can never have a glut of tomatoes.
Which is so true.
So true.
What did you do?
I did a lot of mowing.
You did. Oh, it's so satisfying when you mow.
Really enjoy mowing. I think I remember we did the chit chat with Tom Hoblin, episode 28 that was.
Yeah.
And he talked about his experience as an apprentice and when he was doing his horticultural qualifications. And do you remember he said, I think it was at Kew, he said how, sometimes you would get the job of mowing and he pulled a face and made a sort of grimacy noise, and I said, oh, is that a good grimace or a bad grimace? He said, well, bad obviously, but in my mind it just sounded really great because he was on ride on mowers. I could go round and round.
I could.
Yeah, the smell of the cut grass and making your lines, although I don't do lines, I do circles. But
yeah, but like this even goes back to, I remember my friend said to me, and this was just so funny, this is what we talk about. She sent me a photo, grass before cutting, grass after cutting, and just the satisfaction of cutting grass on a lawnmower.
And I was like
it. Send me photos. So literally our pics are just grass.
So I was mowing, and then somebody who shall remain nameless, Sweetpea, dumped an enormous pile of veg on the outside table.
I had to get it out of the courgette bed because there was all these leeks and beetroot and some onions in this bed. They'd taking up the bed, and I had to rip them all out. Luckily they were all ready. And so yes, I did kind of just chuck
somebody
them.
needed to prepare them. So I had this enormous pile. I'll probably put photos on our Instagram page. Just the biggest pile of stuff you've seen, with everything on, roots and all the leaves, the whole lot. So you couldn't see the table. So I set myself up with a chopping board, a knife, a glass of rosé.
Yeah, it did look very blissful.
And a podcast. And I was in the evening sun, and I just chopped away. And then I've put a load of leeks in the freezer.
Cheesy leeks.
So we've got plenty for cheesy leeks.
Exactly.
And then the beetroot, I made a dish actually with some, because they're rainbow beetroot, so I chopped them into sort of small, I diced them, and then roasted them with goat's cheese, honey, garlic and walnuts. And it was so delicious, wasn't it? It was a really, really tasty combination. I can highly recommend that if anyone's got a load of beetroot and wondering what to do with it.
Yeah, even if they're slightly small or they're slightly woody, it's perfect.
These were all sorts of shapes and sizes, but it just tasted incredible. So
some were quite funny.
Housekeeping from last week. I have one main thing to talk about.
Yes.
And that is, I kept saying Malversely.
Oh, yes. I remember we were having our morning walk the next morning and you went, wait a sec. And we're like, no.
So I was saying Malversely instead of Morvellies. Apolles to Morvellies.
Apolles.
It is Morvellies.
Oh my god.
Also, we've added a page to our website. This is a Patreon page. We've talked briefly about our Patreon page on other episodes. But if you are interested in anything that's in there, so we have quite a few blog posts out now.
Which are really good. Which
are kind of a mix of gardening and other things that are going on in our lives at the moment. Sort of quite pertinent things going on.
Mummy Bear writes them. She boshes it.
And we have, for example, in the latest one, you can get a bit of an insight into why Sweetpea is heavily into Guns N' Roses rather than Mozart.
Yep, rock and roll.
She's pulling her rock and roll hand at me.
Yeah.
And that's been the case since before she even left the womb. So find out about that.
Yeah, very interesting story.
But you can find the page on our website. Just click on the link there and it'll take you in.
Yes.
Right. I also have a couple of listener messages, emails, Sweetpea.
Brilliant. Hit me.
One of them is from Esther. And she wrote in asking if you could give some details of how you make your stinky fertiliser.
Stinky fertiliser.
Over to you, Sweetpea.
Well, stinky fertiliser is actually coming out of the very sealed pot that I'm trying to keep it in so it doesn't stink out the greenhouse.
It is so awful, Esther. Seriously.
It is.
Really consider other options before you try sweet peas.
But the plants do love it.
Yeah,
so,
they do.
I have 2 stinky fertilisers. One I think everybody does, which is the banana skin, and you just put banana skin in with some water, leave it there for a very, very long time, and then you get it out and you get this perfect kind of brownie stuff. It smells actually rather nice, which is weird, but
is that one all right? Is it?
It just smells normal. It's not like a smell. It's a rather nice smell. Anyways, that is great for when you want plants to kind of start flowering, start fruiting, and just kind of have a lot of floribunda. You want loads of flowers and loads of fruit. And then my one that we made purely kind of by accident and out of a form of laziness was when we had weeded a whole load of beds. We had this huge barrel, which usually, I think it's those barrels that you have when you go kayaking and you put all your clothes in.
We have used them for that. To keep all your clothes and your valuables dry.
Yeah,
in case you capsize.
So it has a proper kind of top which kind of clicks together, and so it's airtight.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. But I'm going to tell you right now, do not keep it airtight because it will explode. And it did slightly explode with me.
Did it when you took the lid off?
You've got to be so careful with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all the weeds from the garden, we were just chucking all sorts. Yes, Hobbs. Dandelions to bindweed, just everything and
ground
anything.
elder, nettles,
and even just the plants that you don't quite like, and so you just kind of chop off or you take out. Just everything, all kind of whack it in this big barrel. Do not shut it fully, but fill it up with water. Then I left that for absolutely ages.
And you left it in your greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So it stunk out your greenhouse.
I did. Biggest mistake ever of my life. Anyways, then about 6 months later...
Is that how long it was?
Yeah, I decanted it all out.
Wow.
Mainly because I couldn't be bothered to lift this really heavy barrel full of water and get all of the liquid out.
Yeah.
So anyways, I finally did that and got loads of it, and you can create such a huge amount. And that I'm using at the moment when I want plants to get kind of a lot of leaves, a lot of foliage, really kind of build up their height and stuff like that. So that is what I'll start using now when I start putting in plants, aubergines, when they start kind of going for it.
Did you, when you took it out the barrel, did you then dilute it further?
You do. Oh yeah, that's a very good point. I do not dilute it. I store it as a concentrate. And then when I come to using it, I do around about 1 to 10
parts water.
And with the banana one a little bit less, I do about half, 1 to about 5 parts water, because I want a slightly kind of more concentrated feed for those.
Well, hopefully that answers your question, Esther.
I hope it does.
We are by no means experts, as you can gather from how I pronounce Morvalese and other plant names.
Yeah, I can tell you that the weed feed is brilliant and works very well. My plants seem to love it.
That is really good. And we have heard since, I think possibly with Eddie from Rhizophilia on the Chit Chats, about how it is good to use your weeds for fertilisers. So it's working for us. Let us know how you get on. We'd love to hear if you have any success with yours, and if you've got any variations on what we're achieving. Completely.
Oh, sorry, one last thing. I just completely forgot this. Remember to put a rock in so that you kind of weigh all of the foliage down.
And then we have an email from Penny.
Yes.
She sent us a fantastic article. This was really great, actually. What Penny's done for us is allowed us to sleep better at night, because our method of gardening, it turns out, is bona fide method of gardening, as advocated at Chelsea apparently last year, and also in House and Garden magazine.
Oh, what is this? Do tell me.
This is called chaos gardening.
Well, it sounds exactly like what we're doing.
And basically, Sweetpea, we're entirely vindicated. This is what we do.
Yeah.
And
we're boshing it.
Goodness for Penny sending in this article. So I'm going to put a link to the article on the pod notes. It is a really interesting read, and it goes into all the details of it, and you'll love it. Have a look at it.
Just feel at home.
I'll give you some examples of some of the things that I pulled out of the article that are pertinent to us. So it recommends gathering up all your leftover seeds, put them in a bowl, preferably with some sand, and scatter.
Did that. Boshed it.
Precisely what we've been doing. And it even references Tom Nielsen from Biocentric, who we chatted to.
Yes.
He's in Somerset, not Devon, remember?
Always remember that.
He was on episode 19 of Chit Chats, and he advocates, of course, sowing a big variety of plants and see what thrives without any help. So without watering, without the need for fertilising.
Nope.
So again, what we're trying to do, apart from you with your fertiliser, but that's for the veg.
Yeah, that's just the vegetable, because I love the veg.
It also mentions that self-seeding plants, which are apparently known as volunteers in the US, which I thought was a nice name.
That's a really cool name.
It says they're your best friend. And
yes, they are.
If you're a chaotic gardener, it recommends a few.
Okay, we have many.
Verbena bonariensis.
Yep.
Opium poppies.
Yes.
Tick. Billowy grasses like Stipa tenuissima.
Yeah, we got that.
Tick.
Ticked.
Foxgloves, tick. Aquilegias, tick.
Tick.
So we got all of those in our garden.
We're ticking this.
And then it also... Did you say we're ticking this?
Yes.
It also talks about ones it doesn't recommend, which we also are ticking. Brambles, tick.
Tick.
Dandelions, tick. Creeping buttercup,
tick.
Oxeye daisies,
tick.
Nettles.
Oh my god, tick.
And ground elder.
So
those are all the ones. We
this.
have every single one of those. It says really avoid them at all costs. And we aren't. But Out of those, the dandelions I wouldn't change for the world. I'm really loving our dandelion lawn. Genuinely, I am.
Actually proud of it.
It looks so beautiful.
It is sunshine.
I don't know why we aren't all doing it. It's just stunning, and there's so much wildlife when you've got a dandelion lawn.
I think it's the closest we'll ever get to the sun.
The creeping buttercup, I love.
Yeah, they're really pretty actually in the borders.
They're coming up in the borders. We particularly love them when they're with our naturalised tulips. Yeah. That just looks so pretty, having the contrast of the yellow with then all the different coloured tulips.
It's so cool.
Love those. And they are in the borders.
Yep.
They're easy enough to pull up. They do add a really nice... I love the prettiness of them in the borders.
Yeah.
Nettles we are encouraging in certain areas. It is annoying when they come up in place we don't want, but we just pull them up.
Oh well.
But they are great. We have them near the veg patch so that the butterflies have somewhere to pop their caterpillars.
Pop the caterpillars, you go there.
It's like the nursery, isn't it, whilst they pop out?
Yeah.
You guys stay there, chomp away.
Yep.
And the daisies we love as well.
Yeah, we do.
I like those in the lawn too. That looks really pretty with the dandelions and the daisies.
Yeah.
You think I'm making it up, but genuinely it is so beautiful.
I do get it. I was quite surprised though when I got a packet of seeds and an advent calendar for daisies. I was like, they're just in my lawn, mate.
But I do agree with brambles, ground elder and bindweed, if we could eradicate those. Although I quite like the brambles along the fence. I like that sort of, chaos really of that. But the ground elder and the bindweed I could do with that.
Yeah, especially when you find them in a border or when you don't find them in a border and you're in there pulling stuff out and then you completely destroy your hand.
Are you wearing your gloves, Sweetpea?
I'm wearing my gloves and it goes straight through my gloves.
Okay, we'll get you some tougher gloves.
Yes.
So thank you, Penny. That was really interesting. A very interesting read.
I'm looking forward to reading more into that.
Something else that caught my eye this week, Sweetpea, which I wanted to share with you, is ocean dissolving plastics, which have been developed in Japan.
Oh.
This is really interesting. Again, I'll put a link.
Very interesting. Why?
Well, so you know how I certainly freak out about plastic bottles and how many we're throwing away. There was a time when it just felt like we were constantly getting rid of shampoo and conditioner bottles, as well as face wash bottles and hand soap bottles. So we cut that right down by going to shampoo soaps and shampoo conditioners.
Which are really good, actually.
They're great. They look after our hair perfectly nicely, and they come in a cardboard box, so we have nothing there.
And sometimes I might treat myself to a Lush one. They do these
Lush soap, shampoo soaps.
They're
very nice.
Lovely, and they do them in all sorts of different kind of flavours. I don't know.
Flavours.
I'm not sure you'd call it a flavour.
But I think the time it really hit home for me was walking along a beach that I remember going to as a child, and there being sort of flotsam and jetsam, but really not the amount of things that I saw a few years ago walking on the same beach. Yeah. And I saw my brand of shampoo bottle on the beach, and it really upset me. So we've been trying to do everything to reduce the bottles, but they have developed something in Japan. Researchers led by Takuzo Aida at the Riken Center for Emergent Matter Science. They wanted to find an alternative to the current plastics that we have, and we know the issue is microplastics. They are everywhere. They're found on seabeds, really to quite some depths, so it's unavoidable now, and there are concerns about what those microplastics are doing to our health, especially in people of your age, Sweetpea. It's a bit of a worry.
Everything's plastic at the moment.
So they've developed this plastic which they call a supramolecular plastic, and it keeps its strength, its durability, everything. Doesn't dissolve normally when it's carrying a liquid, but in salt water it dissolves.
Oh, cool.
It can dissolve within 4 or so hours.
No way.
And also in soil it can dissolve as well. It takes 10 days to dissolve in soil.
Oh, well, that is awesome.
Even better than that, the chemical that it dissolves down to is similar to fertiliser, so it can actually be used to keep the soil healthy.
Oh, that is very cool.
Which is absolutely incredible. But, I've always have concerns about new things like this. There's, like any medicine, there's always a side effect.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the side effects are going to be for this. We don't know. But
it's interesting.
I think it's very interesting that they're going down this road.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be incredible if we could find a solution to all the plastics we have?
It would be brilliant.
Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, Sweetpea.
thought that was very interesting.
It is, isn't it? Fun facts.
Right, you go first.
Oh, you want me to go first with my animal fun fact?
Yep.
I'll keep it brief because I've been talking loads already.
Okie dokes.
Do you know what colour a polar bear's skin is?
I'm going to go with black.
Oh, okay, it is.
Oh.
Do you know? I have a backup one though. I thought you might know that one.
Oh, good. Oof, okay.
Do you know how long a koala sleeps for?
2 minutes. What? Don't tell me that's right.
2 minutes?
I don't know, because giraffes sleep for 20 minutes.
Okay, have you seen how sleepy a koala is? Seriously, have you seen how sleepy a koala is?
Did I? Those are the kind of silly mistakes that my maths teacher tells me and goes, that was a silly mistake. And I'm like, well, of course now I know what it should be.
Now I've thought about it.
Now I've thought about it.
Well, when you think about how sleepy a koala seems to be, it actually sleeps for up to 22 hours a day. So
I should be a koala. I should be a koala.
What's it doing for the other 2 hours? But it's apparently attributed to how little energy they get from just eating leaves.
Oh.
And also the eucalyptus uses up a lot of energy to digest.
Oh, that is so sweet.
Tired little puddings, aren't they?
Oh.
What's your plant fun fact?
Mine's very, very different. It's not cute. It's more about becoming slightly mad. And obviously it's to do with plants.
Yep.
So there is a plant called wormwood, also known as Artemisia absinthium. It's a rather pretty plant. It's got these slightly feathery leaves, a bit like fennel. It's got these kind of little yellow pom-pom flowers to it, but little ones, rather pretty, and apparently has quite a bitter scent to it. Mm-hmm. But it can be used as an insecticide and a kind of companion plant to put next to your veg and stuff like that. So that's really helpful.
Yeah.
However, this is a slightly darker side to it. It has a slight history of madness and addiction because it is one of the main ingredients, along with green anise and sweet fennel, of absinthe. Have you ever heard of absinthe?
Well, there's a drink, isn't there, called absinthe?
Yes, also known as the green fairy.
Yeah, green.
Yeah, it's this bright green
I don't think I've ever had it.
I mean, it's got 80% ABV, and this concoction has an amazing reputation of turning any of its devotees into glassy-eyed, benumbed addicts.
Right.
Now then, I sent you this photo of an oil painting of this. It's this 1876 painting called L'Absinthe, I think, in French. And it's this woman sitting there having just drunk this, and I'm not sure if you looked at the way the woman was sitting.
I just thought, why is Sweetpea sending me this photo?
She's just kind of sitting like this, kind of like glassy-eyed. It's really funny.
Well, I'm going to have a look at it now.
Have a look.
Oh, yes.
And she's just kind of like completely...
So who's the painting by?
It's by Degas.
Oh!
It's...
Oh, the absinthe drinker.
The absinthe drinker,
yes.
Yes. In French called L'Absinthe.
Yeah. Okay, I've caught up now. Yeah, so she looks really like she's staring into the middle distance.
Yeah, just kind of...
She looks like she's possibly hasn't got all her marbles.
No, there's nothing. There's no one at home.
There's no... Yeah, the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Exactly. And I just thought it was quite amazing that all of these plants put together can create such a concoction, an alcoholic drink. Just destroys you.
Are you getting ideas?
No, that's the last thing I'm thinking of.
It's put you off.
It's put me off.
Well, thanks for that, Sweetpea. So, moral of the story is don't drink absinthe.
No, do not drink it.
Well, I think we've got a lot to get on with in this episode, haven't we?
We have. We have a lot of show gardens to get round.
We've got lots of show gardens to get round because Sue and Adam are at RHS Malvern.
Yes.
So I think we should get stuck in now.
Absolutely.
This is Gardener's World 2025, Episode 9 Recap.
Off we go.
We're at RHS Malvern Spring Festival. And
yes.
It's its 40th year.
Yeah, and it's actually rather lovely weather.
It is. It's very nice weather. And we have Sue Kent and Adam Frost. Mm-hmm. And as Sue mentions, touching on the weather, everything's in bloom a lot earlier this year because we've had just such a warm first quarter of the year. Amazing.
Completely. Hopefully that has helped some gardeners with the show gardens. I hope it hasn't caused any problems.
I guess it's difficult when you're planning and you know when plants are going to bloom.
And then they're like, hello, early.
And they've all bloomed and died before they get to the show. That can't be much fun. It's so stressful. I couldn't cope with it.
No, I wouldn't be able to either.
So we've got a few show gardens to get through. First of all, there was Garden of the Wind.
Yes.
I hope I pronounced this right. As we know, I'm really awesome at pronouncing names.
Awesome.
Designer Sunmi and Wenjuan. And they're designers from South Korea. They were at Malvern last year, actually, with the Green Island Garden. I don't know if you remember that.
That rings a bell.
The one with the melting iceberg.
Oh my gosh.
That was them.
Oh, they are awesome.
Now, in Korean, wind and hope are homophones. So that's words that sound the same, but have different meanings, like sea, bear, bear.
Bear, witch,
tutu, that sort of thing. So the garden plays with the idea that when the wind blows in the garden, visitors feel a sense of hope and confidence. That's what they're trying to inspire.
That is lovely. I mean, they had beautiful plants like aces, berberis and viburnums around within a trickling stream, which I think always brings happiness to anybody.
Sound of water always helps, doesn't it? And they had that interesting sail, which was then attached to a stylus that was drawing on this big canvas.
I thought that was really cool.
That was an unusual touch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, Yun and Lu won a gold medal for this garden.
Brilliante.
Then we had St Godwald's Retreat, designer Marc Harbourne, either Bessant or Bessant.
Oh, okay.
Little picket gate.
Yes, and a sea of pink.
Campions in the borders. I like the little gate.
And a lot of kind of circular themes around the place.
With those whelk shells, which Sue was finding quite blinding, I think.
Poor Sue.
But on the screen it looked lovely.
It did.
She wasn't happy about that though, was she? Anyway, the entire garden will be relocated to the Primrose Hospice Garden in Bromsgrove, and it is inspired by the landscape surrounding the hospice.
Oh, lovely.
And inside that wattle and daub gazebo is a wind telephone.
Oh,
which we didn't see, I don't think, did we? And
no.
The idea is that it's to give an opportunity to speak with a loved one who's passed, and the wind will carry your words out through the stone portal and into the world beyond.
Oh my gosh, that's really gorgeous.
Yeah, so we didn't really gather that meaning, did we, on the screen?
Not at all.
There's also a memory tree from the hospice in the garden, which has the names and stories of loved ones. And then within a wildflower glade beyond, there is a space for meditation or just to lie and be surrounded by the sounds of nature.
Oh, lovely.
So a rather meaningful one. Marc got a bronze medal for that one.
Brilliant.
The Diamond Way. This was designer Luke Gunner.
Yeah, lots of lovely colours in here. Lots of kind of pale oranges. There was the Baegeum Mai Tai. There was a lilac palaban as well in there. And
as Sue said, this was kind of evocative of the Cotswolds, and that's what Luke was hoping to achieve with it. So there was a lot of the lovely limestoney Cotswold stone, that beautiful yellowy Cotswold stone.
Yeah, it's always good when somebody says, "Oh, it feels a lot like this." Yes, that is what I was
exactly
going for.
What I'm trying to do. And he had made a little ford. I don't know if you saw that, a little ford across a road.
I liked that.
The little river running through it.
Lovely.
Luke won a bronze medal.
Brilliant.
Then we went over to the plant pavilion.
Oh yes, loved this bit.
Yeah, so Sue was looking at fuchsias from Ryland Fuchsias.
Yes.
In the Conwy Valley, North Wales.
Oh,
that was good.
That
was a good accent, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I can't tell with you. But anyways, there were some very pretty ones in here. There was a purple patch variety. Not as hardy as then garden yews and delicate purple, which can go down to a minus 17 degrees Celsius. If they're in well-drained soil. And they're all in these very dark shades, purpley reds.
Lovely.
Because that was what Sue was going for.
Fuchsias always blow my mind. I think they're such a pretty... The actual flower is just so pretty, isn't it?
They're very cool, aren't they?
Then Sue has a look at some edible plants in Jurassic Plants, which is also in North Wales.
Yeah.
And what plant does she talk about there?
Well, she talked about this double pink hawthorn, which I've never seen before.
No.
Really pretty. And apparently you can eat the leaves and the berries.
That amazed me. I didn't know you could eat the leaves.
And I thought it was so amazing. And then she just kind of walked off. And I was like,
wait.
Excuse me, you can't just walk off. So I was like, hold on a tick. This place seems like it's got a lot more to it.
All right.
So I looked it up. And the owners are Dr. Zoltan Hamori and Magdalena Hamori Kovacs.
Okay.
I hope I said that correctly. And they have this specialist nursery, and they grow the most amazing edible and ornamental plants that you might not have seen around, what you probably haven't seen around, because they are so cool.
Oh, wow.
They grow all these kind of lesser known varieties, and they do loads of research and experiments, and they introduce interesting seedlings and all sorts.
Wow.
And they have just some really cool plants. I mean, there are things like variegated persimmons, compact Chilean myrtles, black fruited pomegranates. They've got all these amazing things. And they also are fascinated by ginkgos, monkey puzzle trees and redwoods, so they look after those, and you can buy some as well.
Oh, fantastic.
So they've got a whole load of things going on. And what I thought was super cool is if you order from them, which I did almost.
Wait a sec, did you?
Yeah, I got my shopping basket fairly full. And then I was like, hold on a tick. You can get them wrapped like presents. They properly wrap them.
Oh,
you have a choice of red, green or silver wrapping paper.
Yeah.
And you can get it properly wrapped with a ribbon.
How lovely.
And sent as a present to someone.
I really like that.
Yeah.
I do. I'd love to get a present like that.
I would as well.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Blink, blink, blink.
Blink, blink. Anyways, and there were also some other really cool varieties, because I was obviously going through putting stuff in my shopping basket fairly quickly. So I put in my shopping basket this custard apple. Yeah. Which is so cool. It has like these drips coming off the skin. Wow. It's so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's this Siberian pea tree. Really pretty. Has these pea yellow flowers, and it's a tree. And then what was the best of the best was this blue sausage shrub. Yeah. I sent you a photo of this.
Oh, is that what?
That is not a bean.
Photo
that is a blue sausage.
Right, I will have to
yes.
do something with this photo. I don't know where I can put it. Maybe in the pod notes.
Oh.
Or maybe on our Patreon, because this photo is extraordinary. I thought that it had been tampered with. It looked like it's been photoshopped to make them look blue.
Yeah.
And I did just glance at it and go, you'd been messing around with Photoshop on a photo of a pile of beans. But now I'm looking at it, I can see... They're kind of like black seeds inside these bean pods, which are bright blue.
Yeah.
They look completely unnatural, the blue.
And they're big as well.
Yeah.
They're very big. But those...
Fascinating.
Those kind of seeds inside, it's actually a proper flesh inside. And you can scoop this out, and it tastes like a mix of cucumber and mango together. How amazing does that sound?
That does sound incredible.
What is also amazing is that they thrive in full sun, and they can go down to minus 15 degrees Celsius. Right. So it's not like one of these amazing tropical plants where you go, oh, I love it, but you can't actually have it. You can.
This would look incredible in a tropical themed garden, wouldn't it? Can you imagine these blue pods hanging around?
But can you imagine having that in your veggie garden and people going, what is that? And then you going, oh.
I would really like to get some.
Yes. Well, I would like to say that obviously in the UK you can easily get them packaged.
Yeah.
And if you're in the EU as well, you can also get them shipped over. I think for an additional £30 you get them shipped over.
It's one of the few companies doing that, because we have a few listeners across the EU.
Yeah.
And so that would be really useful for them. And I have heard a lot from various listeners that there are so many issues now since Brexit with getting things in and out of the UK. So that's great to know. So at an added cost, you could get these blue pods in your garden.
Exactly. I think there are some restrictions on certain plants that apparently you're not allowed to transfer from UK to EU. But I will take it that sausage fingers is not going to be on that list.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for looking up about that. I will be putting links to all the nurseries that we mentioned, so you can find that one on the pod notes.
Great.
Then we had Plant a Go-Go in Summerford.
Love the name of this.
And they had that Tiarella Raspberry Sundae.
Oh, I mean, already the name, slightly falling for it. And apparently it was a perfect pink for Sue.
Yeah, she does love her pink, doesn't she? I wasn't aware she was so into pink.
No.
I've never seen that plant before and I really liked it. She said you can get a second flowering if you deadhead it.
Yes, you can.
Then we had Potash Nursery in Suffolk.
Yes, and Sue was going then for bold pinks.
Right, such a bright pink.
Like proper bold. This was the Pericordis cross Hybrida Sonetti Magenta, also called Ragwort. And looking them up,
really?
You can get a lot of proper flashy colours. There's a really deep kind of fluorescent purple, deep fluorescent blues.
Nice.
So you can go for it if you're wanting a kind of disco ball of a garden.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, exactly.
I really like those. I loved how absolutely fluorescent pink they were.
Yeah, and there was also a Lychnis as well.
Yes.
Just round the corner.
Then there was, now I don't know how you say this because it's
Jajam.
Green Jajam. There's two J's in it. It's not a typo. It's Green Jajam, all one word. Nurseries.
Yeah.
They're in Upton upon Severn in Worcestershire.
Oh no.
They're penstemon specialists, and Sue was speaking to Julie specifically about penstemons.
Yeah, she was. She was talking about this calicosus one because Sue saw it flowering and she was like, crikey, mine don't flower till quite a bit later. And this one apparently is a species penstemon. It won't flower in so far to autumn as our ones would, but it is evergreen and it flowers earlier, so it's flowering now, which is
nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And next to it there was a Jacob's Ladder Purple Rain, which likes full sun and is a very pretty purple, and it's also called Greek Valerian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then we went to another show garden, and this is Hedgerow to Home by designer Jamie Langlands.
Yes.
And Adam talks about the ornamental meadow, doesn't he? He talks about the verticals, all the grasses, and then put in some stronger clumps like the Cirsium and Iris siberica.
Yeah, completely.
And then the short-lived perennials or annuals like Baltic parsley, cow parsley, foxgloves, poppies.
Yeah.
And then again, we're talking about self-seeders. So he said they'll all seed around. I also saw some honesty in there as well.
Yeah, and there was some kind of Melica, some Linums and Ludgler.
I really love the idea of this one. I like these.
It was pleasing on the eye, wasn't it?
But yeah, I like the meadow feel. I like the self-seeders. I like plants just jostling and finding their own place and then sticking at it. And
they do. They do kind of... I mean, obviously there are some plants where they can be super aggressive, so you do want to be careful. But otherwise, it's rather fun letting them kind of jostle around and then fit into where they want to.
It basically goes back to the article that Penny sent us.
Completely.
Chaos gardening.
Yep.
And then finally, Sue's talking to Dawn from Lincolnshire Pond Plants about suitable plants for her little metal pond.
Yeah. So she talked about bulrushes because they take the metal out of the water, which is very important.
Useful.
The oxygenators, of course. This is a hydrocotyl Cypthropioides variegata.
You're so good at it.
I'm not sure, I kind of stumbled through them.
That was beautiful.
And then finally there was an Anemopsis californica, and that is going to give her some beautiful flowers, very upright, so that things are attracted to the pond.
Yeah. Then we meet master growers Stella and Malcolm Exley in South Devon.
Yes.
From Hairspring Cottage Plants.
And they have the most amazing national collection of Camassias.
They were actually on Gardener's World 2024 episode 9 last year. Because they were at Malvern last year as well.
Okie dokes.
Stella urges everyone to try Camassias, and after this section I'm seriously considering retrying. I think we may be tried by the pond. I haven't talked to you about this yet.
No, you have not. What?
Because by the pond they might get a bit of dampness from the pond.
Oh.
And damp is the issue we're having, or lack thereof. Anyway, we can talk offline about this. I'll convince you one way or another.
Yeah, I know. I understand it. And I am in love with them. I also thought it was rather cool that the Camassias have such a kind of star-shaped flower.
They're so pretty, aren't they?
Stella.
Oh, yes.
Name is star in Latin. I just thought that was rather kind of meant to be.
Yeah, I hadn't picked up on that.
Yeah.
But it was so nice seeing those close-up images of them. I don't think I've really looked that closely at one before.
No.
And the the different colours as well that are available.
They're very, very
really
cool.
Appreciated it. My favourite for a Camassia will still always be with them growing up in long grass.
Yes.
And that was what we're trying to achieve with our semicircle when all the grass grows.
Yes.
Because we leave it, but none of them came up because it's too dry, because it's on too much of a slope. Anyway,
yeah, that is the problem. But she picked out some rather pretty ones. I mean, she has these 84 different cultivars and she picked out some very pretty ones.
Yeah.
There was this Camassia Quamash Orion, which was one of the shortest ones, and it gets to a maximum of 1 foot tall, which I think is rather nice, having something nice and stumpy. And apparently she wants to eat it with a bit of clotted cream, because it has that beautiful shade, and so are the leaves. The leaves are so soft and grassy as well.
Yeah.
And then she talked about this Camassia lectlinii Blue Heavens, which I absolutely loved because it was this pale sky blue. Really, really lovely. And then finally there was this Camassia lectlinii Aurora, which was a super cool dusky pink.
This was stunning. But it was kind of almost iridescent. I really, really loved this one.
It was very, very cool.
And she popped the flowers, didn't she?
She did, because she couldn't wait to see them. And
I would
do
pop
get
them.
This.
It's like squeezing a spot.
No.
You know how satisfying that is.
Yeah, but it's not the satisfaction, it's like the end result of...
But the end result of squeezing a spot.
Don't try and catch the fly whilst talking.
There's a mosquito.
I know, there was a mosquito. So rude. And I completely forgot, actually, there were 2 others. There was this Camassia Lady Eve Price, which had this amazing deep purple, very strong colour to it. And another one called Camassia Pale Pink. And she was propagating between these 2. And she was hand pollinating with those little bags. I love the little bags that they put around the flowers afterwards.
She was very funny. She had a good sense of humour.
Completely.
She talked about the changing climate that they've experienced, because they did this massive move from North Yorkshire down to South Devon. Such a huge move to make when you've got a nursery to take with you as well.
Like, you don't think about that. You think, oh, when you're there, you're just kind of there. But can you imagine moving?
But an entire nursery, you just think when you've just got to pack beds and wardrobes
crazy.
And, I don't know, cupboards and shelves and things.
Pictures. Kind of stuff.
But then you've got 84 cultivars of Camassias to bring.
Oh, crikey. Baby number 1, baby number 2, baby number 3.
But it's a beautiful spot that they have. There's this stream running through meadows.
Yeah, very cool.
There was a lake, or a very big pond.
Yeah.
In the middle of the garden. Well, it was interesting finding out a bit more about Stella, because she apparently used to work for the local government and was fed up with her office job.
Oh,
so
I get
retrained in horticulture. I mean, what a change.
Brilliant change,
and initially she was working in garden design, but she didn't like dealing with clients and briefs and contractors.
I can understand that as well.
So she got into Camassias instead, and she met the designer Chris Beardshaw when she was showing at a local flower show. And he asked her to grow 2,000 Camassias for his Chelsea show garden.
Is that all, mate? Just 2,000?
And she grew further plants for him ongoing after that. And then the RHS got in touch with Stella and asked if she would show at Malvern.
Oh, that's amazing.
Hence she's there. And I wondered if there was any deeper reason for them moving from North Yorkshire to South Devon, other than just because they like it down there.
Yeah.
And it seems that it is just simply because that's where they like to go. Perhaps they holidayed there, but she said it's just where her heart has always been. So
yeah, it
is gorgeous though, Devon, isn't it?
It's utterly lovely.
They're in Kingsbridge in Devon, and they've got a 2-acre plot there with that beautiful stream and pond.
Oh, lovely.
I loved how she described that she wanted to set up the nursery so that it's sort of in keeping with the countryside.
Yeah, exactly.
So it looks less like a nursery.
Yeah, which is very interesting, because from the few shots that we got, it didn't seem to me like one of those proper nurseries. No. And it was just
so
rather
tasteful, wasn't it?
Yeah, really tasteful.
But just something else to point out, it's not just Camassias that Stella and Malcolm deal with. They also have Sidelcias and Uvularias as well.
Oh, okay.
We're with Adam again, and we're at the show garden Kitchen Garden, designed by John Wheatley.
Yeah.
Courgettes, Sweetpea.
What? It's just mad.
How are they doing that?
Like, they had beans, French, runners, tomatoes, courgettes, salads, chard, pak choy. I mean, everything.
How are they getting the courgettes at this time of year?
There's going to be some jiggery-pokery going on.
Some jiggery-pokery.
But Adam did say one thing about how the soil is warming up. And this was such a cool thing that happened. When I was putting in my plants the other day, I had taken out all the plants, all of the leeks that I gave to you.
Yep.
And then I added compost from our compost heap.
Was it really warm?
And as I planted in my beautiful courgette plants, I had no gloves on and I felt the warmth of this compost. I was like, oh, that
It wasn't too hot for the courgettes, was
No,
it?
not too hot, but it was just like, oh, cosy. It was like a proper hot water bottle.
Oh, how satisfying. Then we get to meet the wonderfully charismatic Kate Mason and her adorable son. She goes, love you, dude.
Love you, dude. Well, I was just about to say she was a dude.
She was such a dude. So cool. I really liked Kate.
Yeah.
I also loved her
cool.
necklace. I'd like to know where she got that from. Did you see it?
Yeah, the feather. Really, really
Beautiful.
pretty.
The basic premise of Kate's garden is to educate people on how to look after tropical plants in our climate.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a fusion between tropical plants and cottage garden plants.
Yeah. And she is growing a whole load of stuff at home because she has this own mini nursery. I mean, her garden at home is really cool.
Wasn't that interesting? 13 terraces.
13.
And very steep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of terraces. And then and each terrace was very different from the last one as well. And I thought, this is just really, really cool.
Yeah, she's based in Kidderminster in the West Midlands, so she's only about 45 minutes from Malvern. And she said rather than sourcing her plants from elsewhere, she tries to grow as much as she can in her back garden.
Oh, completely.
So incredible what she was doing.
Yeah.
Had her own little setup.
I mean, she had plants like this Persicaria purple fantasy. Really, really pretty. Had this kind of arrow-shaped heads. Then there was this Chinese rice paper plant. I love that. It can get huge and it looks amazing.
We've seen that in a tropical garden, haven't we?
Yeah, when Adam, I remember, was going around this tropical garden.
Yeah.
Looked so cool. And she also had this Begonia luxurians, which she does have to overwinter, but is really pretty. And when she grows it, she said it just goes mad. And she has it, and it's huge in the pot on the side of a terrace.
And she had a very, very, very interesting background, Kate.
She did.
So 10 years ago, her life was completely different. She had a career in Taekwondo, not just a career.
Yeah.
She had been working and training for about 6 months on her Taekwondo and then only went and won the World Championships.
Like, how cool was she?
A dude, like you say.
Yeah.
She said it was all consuming and her life turned upside down, as it does. She went to the doctors and found out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
She then suffered massively with depression. I think she had postnatal depression.
Yeah.
She said about how her whole life stopped, her whole life as she knew it. And I can really relate to this. I also had postnatal depression.
Yeah.
And there is that feeling, that sense of your whole life stopping because it's your life as you once knew it.
Yeah.
But as we know, it doesn't stop. You're just on to the next era. And you have a new life, and she has discovered her new life, and I'm sure she never looks back.
No.
She is so happy now, isn't she?
Yeah.
She started counselling, and during that process, her counsellor told her she should find something that makes her happy, which is kind of a no-brainer.
No brains.
But sometimes it just takes someone telling you that for you to realise. So
Exactly.
she said it was so sweet. She said how she grew a little petunia, and every day she said she'd go out and she'd poke it, she'd water it.
Oi, oi. What are you up to?
I'm just so impressed, though. You know, she really lifted herself out of the kind of doldrums of sadness. And she didn't. It seems like Kate doesn't do anything by halves. So, like with the Taekwondo, she doesn't just go and do it for a nice Thursday evening class with some mates. She actually goes and wins the World Championships.
She does.
So, with the gardening, she doesn't just go and carry on poking her petunia. She actually goes to Pershore College and starts studying in horticulture.
I thought it was so cool, and I thought it was a great kind of lesson for all of us to see someone who's pushed through and has come out the other side, but with something so cool at the same time. Like, she went from cool to
cooler,
just cool, like just so much cool everywhere. She's
awesome. Hat off to her completely.
Yeah.
So she was doing her show garden. This is her first show garden, isn't it? and she wanted to do Malvern because she said Malvern's the best one.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I have read, though, she's keen to do Chelsea next.
Oh,
so
well then.
Fingers crossed she gets... Well, not even fingers crossed, we know she will end up at Chelsea, don't we?
Yeah, she will.
And she's basing it on Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yes.
So that's where air, water, food and warmth are kind of at the base of this pyramid. And then you've got the different levels up.
Exactly. So she uses a hierarchy of plants in her garden to kind of demonstrate this idea of a pyramid.
So that was the Persicaria, which also known as knotweed, which is at the base, isn't it? That's where it started. And then the pyramid is, up the pyramid you've got self-esteem.
Yep.
And that was represented by her raised beds and need to have a bit of self-belief to be able to look after all those temperamental plants, she said.
Completely, yeah.
The tetrapanics, which you mentioned, of course, and then at the top of the pyramid is self-actualization or happiness.
Yes.
And she said, gosh, it wasn't long ago that I couldn't get off the sofa. And it really resonated.
Yeah,
Wonderful woman.
Yeah.
Just so lovely to see this kind of thing.
Completely.
So we then take a look at hierarchy of plants.
Yeah, we do.
Designer Kate Mason.
Yes.
Did you see that beautiful begonia?
Yes. Well, this was very, very interesting because she had loads of these kind of heart-shaped leaves and pitcher plants all around this beautiful garden. And there were loads of begonias, and there was this begonia, as you said, which has this swirl that creates this kind of, you know, when you can kind of make a swirl in paper and then you kind of hang it. And it does exactly this. Well, I looked it up. I think it's the begonia called escargot.
Oh, well, that makes complete sense, doesn't it? So the swirl of its shell.
The swirl of its shell.
It
and
was
it gives that
striking,
leaf.
that leaf.
Really, really cool.
And they didn't sort of put a camera on it for too long, but it was enough for me to go, that is stunning.
Love that.
I'm glad you looked that up, thank you.
Yeah, completely. And I loved how much purple was in the garden as well. I was like, yeah, I love that. Yeah. Gorgeous. And then the 10 mini watering cans for her son.
For her son to find, and then Adam goes off to find them. He's left doing that.
Wrong person, Adam. It was for the son.
Well, Kate won a silver gilt medal.
Oh,
for
brilliant.
Her garden, and it's going to be relocated to a sponsor's private garden afterwards.
Oh, that's lovely.
Kate has her own garden design business based in the West Midlands. Her website is kmgardendesign.uk, and I'll put a link to that on our pod notes.
Brilliant.
Then we have another show garden. This is called the Sleeping Beauty Garden. Designer Ian McBain.
Yeah, and it was all about these kind of soft greens and whites and old rusty containers kind of enclosing this bed under this pergola in this kind of little summer house. And there were kind of Tibetan cherries and Dicentra amori, titanium, that really nice white bleeding heart. And I thought it was very beautiful and very calm.
Very much so. I loved the gazebo.
Yeah.
And a bed in it.
It was really cool. And I thought back to all our chit-chats and how many people...
Let me guess who you're going to say.
Oh.
Derry?
Yes.
From Special Plant Nursery.
Derry.
She was on my mind as well when I saw this because Derry was very keen to have a gazebo so that she could sleep outdoors.
Exactly.
And there's no, it's not like a multi-purpose thing. It's a bed. It's an actual bed. It's not like a comfy sofa.
No, it's a
bed. Actual bed. You'd like sleeping outside.
And I thought to myself, if I didn't have to have the upkeep of having a perfect bed outside, I would so have a bed outside.
Well, I did sleep one summer. Do you remember I'd sleep out on the hammock?
You did.
When I had a really hot summer. I was surrounded by citronella candles though because there were so many mosquitoes.
I remember finding you in the morning like, okie dokie.
It was lovely. I really enjoyed it. I do love sleeping outside. I love sleeping under the stars. Now this gazebo,
try it, actually.
We couldn't see, I couldn't see entirely what it was like.
No.
So we didn't get a close up. But apparently it's the roof of the gazebo is a living roof.
Oh.
And then there's a glass panel for stargazing.
Oh, that's lovely. There was some little ginger plants around the place. There was an upright wild ginger, and that was kind of in the gravel. They were kind of like these little plants that you'd just find in nooks and crannies.
Little pockets.
Yeah, and there was a Sarum europaeum, which is another type of ginger as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, this won a silver gilt medal.
Oh, great stuff.
And then Adam and Sue join up and they're in the Festival of Houseplants tent.
Second year
for this tent.
And it's being judged, so
yeah.
Get out your... I
Clipboard.
swear there's clipboards, that's it. I was going to say get out your top hats and I don't know. I have no idea. I thought there was a saying, but it didn't go well.
Judges' wigs? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, first of all, we've got Dibley's Modern Garden Room, designer Lynne Dibley. And lots of begonias.
Lots of pink.
Mm-hmm.
There was streptocarpus as well. And Adam talked about leaf cuttings in apartments.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I am doing that next
Taking
year.
note.
Take note.
She used modern eco-growing lighting and self-watering containers for that garden. And won a silver gilt medal.
Great stuff.
Next, we had Contemporary Living / A Modern Retreat, designer Botanical Interior Design.
Oh, and this was very interesting because... very calm because of the water and the dim lights, with these kind of beautiful snake ferns and cushions around the place. And then the thing that blew me away were the silver birch lights where the trunks lit up.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on here? I need that in my house right now.
This one was very much my style, very calm space. I like it. I like my houseplants to be greens. I'm not so much in need of colour in the house from my plants.
It's interesting because I'm the same. Even though I love colour, like I'm all about get all the colour outside. Inside, for me, if I had colour, it would ruin the effect of having in a houseplant.
It just doesn't work for me, but this was absolutely for me. Having all the different leaf shapes and textures, that was perfect. The only thing that wouldn't work for me from this garden was the sound of running water. Running water outside, great. Inside just makes me feel like I still have the faulty flush valve on the downstairs loo.
Who left the tap on?
So it just makes me anxious. I just like, oh goodness me, I've got to fix the loo again.
Or have you got a leaky roof? That's also a problem as well. So I get that as well.
But despite the leaking loo, they won a gold medal.
Oh my gosh, well done.
Then we have the Sensory Sanctuary, and Adam has a chat with Jonathan Balchandani. This is designed by him and Mohammed, Bhula.
Yeah.
We saw Jonathan at Malvern last year in the houseplant tent.
Oh, yeah.
His garden was just, for me, a bit too damp. I would want my dehumidifier running.
Fans, dehumidify. Yes, so, I get that.
But anyway, he won a silver medal for that one.
Coolio.
Then we have Biosis Mode of Life, designer Humblebee Gardeners. This is about recycling and reclaiming. Loved this. There were a few things that I really liked from this. I liked the Blackthorn water tower.
Oh, wasn't that awesome?
Really, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Really beautiful. And I also thought it was just such a good idea having the old pieces of tile in the gravel to prevent the gravel from moving.
This was really interesting. Create a more stable ground to walk on, and to be honest, it looked really pretty at the same time.
Exactly.
It looked like a slight kind of give it a mosaic vibe to it.
You can do anything with it, can't you? But it's such a great idea because it will stop, especially with us. We are on a slight slope with all our supposedly flat gravel terraces. Even those aren't flat. So the gravel does all shift down one end, and you have to keep scooping up. Especially when you've got a dog like Hobbs who likes to just scatter it about the place.
Oh, and she kind of just pushes her foot and goes, oopsies.
So if we had those tiles in, we could prevent all that. Yeah. And then also there was some hexagonal shaped tiles laid on top. Sort of as a, I don't know, like a feature.
Almost looked like kind of honeybees and just kind of all about nature, because it was all revolving around kind of pollinators and stuff like that. There was the habitat roof as well, kind of dead hedges, ponds, having kind of black choke berries, just all these kind of things that pollinators are just going to thrive in. Well,
this one is reflecting chaos gardening again.
Oh my gosh, well I think that's why I liked it so much.
I mean, it seriously is so
Felt
great
like
that
home.
Penny sent us that article. It was very, very apt for now. They say in Mirabelle's Osler's book, A Gentle Plea for Chaos, she calls for a less regimental, more relaxed approach to gardening, so they're blurring the lines between wild and tamed. That's what they have in their blurb.
I love it.
And they have medicinal and edible plants in there. Combined with kind of a wild planting style, and they're using the right plant, right place methodology to increase diversity and reduce maintenance.
Brilliant.
They won a gold.
Oh, love
Not only that, they won Best Show Garden. Not only that, Best Construction and Environmental Innovation Award.
Well, they boshed it.
They boshed it, Sweetpea. Then we have the Rain Garden. This is designer John Howlett.
All about educating people on water.
Mm-hmm.
So there were loads of overflows everywhere, ponds, dishes, gutters, all sorts.
I enjoy all that water.
It is very, very cool. And even plants which love moist conditions like astilbe and wasabi.
Well, after the festival, the garden will be relocated to Coppermill Primary School in Walthamstow, which already has strong eco-credentials, and the garden will provide much-needed solutions to the school's flooding issues.
Oh.
And John won a gold for that one.
Oh, brilliant.
Finally, we have Greening Maindy Gateway Garden.
Yes.
Designer Emily Crowley Rowe. This is the one where Sue and Adam sat down. This kind of circular seating space.
Really pretty.
There's that huge mural.
Oh, this I felt very interesting. The fact that there was someone gardening at the same time as someone painting. And so the painter picked up the tones of the garden.
Yeah.
And it kind of linked together and made this kind of public space. It was very kind of slightly urban vibes to it and stuff like that. And I thought it was very pretty.
Yeah, me too. And I don't know if the artist was mentioned, but his name's Andy O'Rourke. He did that beautiful. Call it a trompe-l'oeil, deception of the eye.
Oh.
Apparently.
Okie dokes.
And Emily won a silver medal for that one.
Oh, lovely job.
We're then with Adam, and he's talking about spring flowers and how he likes catching up with all the growers. And he says there's a new kid on the block, a 22-year-old young man, Dan.
Yes.
Now, Dan has Dan's plants.
Yeah.
And we get to see a bit of a video with him and his inspiration, his grandma. He's a real character.
Sweetest video ever.
Really adorable, their relationship, isn't it?
Poodling around in the greenhouse. In the greenhouse.
And he's digging up plants from her beds. She's saying, "You're not taking all of that, are you?"
No.
Very, very sweet relationship.
Yeah.
And he got the gardening bug from his grandma, it seems.
He did, yeah.
And then we see him on a video call with Grandma Lily.
Oh,
and he's won a medal, a silver gilt.
He did, and it was rather lovely because he was with Adam and they were standing together, video calling Grandma, and with all these beautiful plants behind him. And I thought, oh, she must be so proud and just overjoyed.
She clearly was a proud grandma, and she did say at one point, "I didn't realise you had so many plants."
Yeah.
Which is just so sweet, isn't it?
Oh.
She just was taking a real interest in what he's doing.
And Adam making sure that she got some back.
Oh my
for
gosh.
her garden.
Adam says to her at the end, "All right, cheers, darling, see you, mate."
Like, if Adam said, "Cheers, darling, see you, mate," to me, I'd be like, oh, see ya.
I think Grandma Lily probably felt the same.
Yeah.
Dan has Dan's plants, and he's based in the Lake District, and he sells his plants on regular dates through the year, mostly fortnightly at Kendal Farmers Market, and the next RHS event that he's selling at will be at RHS Flower Show Wentworth Woodhouse, the 16th to 20th of July.
Gotcha.
He's growing around 120 different plants. He doesn't sell online at the moment, but it is something he's working on getting set up. But he's achieved so much in the short time that he's been involved in the kind of garden world. At 14, he was selling plants to neighbours, mostly marigolds.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, they talked about the marigolds and the sweet peas.
He was only 14, and then he continued selling at local plant days, and within 2 years he was growing dahlias, and then thanks to the COVID year, 2020, he started selling to his first stockist, and then at that point demand just went through the roof, apparently.
Oh, wow.
He could hardly keep up. In 2021, he sold plants all through his A-levels.
I mean, wow, that is so amazing.
And then in 2022, he worked full-time in destination marketing and studied for a management degree, all whilst he was selling and gaining further stockists.
No, this is so cool.
Yeah, to the extent that the business doubled in size whilst he was at uni.
Wow!
And then last year, he leased some land and he built 2 commercial polytunnels, a deer-proof growing space, as well as a storage container for all his bits and bobs. He graduated with a first-class degree in chartered management.
Oh, wowzers.
And he's continuing to expand this year. He's put a third polytunnel in. He's now running out of space.
Crikey.
So his next step is setting up online so he can sell far and wide.
Oh,
but what an amazing start, right? From the age of 14.
That is really awesome.
Absolutely brilliant. Then we finally have a very quick segment with Rachel de Tame. Nice to see her.
Lovely segment.
She gets an exclusive invitation to find out a bit more about the new rose that's been named after Her Royal Highness Princess of Wales, Kate.
Yes, and this was such a heartwarming part of this whole episode.
It was.
Because it kind of brought one down to earth about what gardening means and how it is utterly amazing. And I think naming a rose after Princess Kate was just lovely.
It was an incredible colour. It was your sort of colour, I thought.
I know. So the rose in question is called Rosa Catherine's Rose. It was this really pretty orangey pink, and it was kind of this mix together, and there was kind of slight kind of pearliness to it as well.
Yeah, again, an iridescence, wasn't there?
Yeah, completely.
It comes from a German variety, like the fragrant cloud.
Yeah, and Sexy Rexy
from New Zealand.
Yeah, as well as some Harkness breeding as well.
Where they really focus on the health of the rose. I thought this was a really good ad for Harkness roses, to be honest.
Very good
Finding out the very lengthy process that they go through.
Yeah,
and it was Philip Harkness that Rachel was talking to.
Yeah.
And he shows how they go about the breeding over that 7-year process.
I know.
So first of all, they take off the petals, then the stamen and anthers to leave just the female parts of the flower.
Yes.
And then they take the pollen of choice, which is applied the next day.
Okie dokes.
That forms a seed pod, which they harvest in the October.
Yeah.
And they keep the seeds over winter and sow them in the benches in January. And at that point, they have about 25,000 seedlings.
Which is amazing.
That narrows down.
Yeah, it gets reduced very quickly.
I mean, it shows the patience of these breeders. It really is mind-boggling. They narrow it down by checking all the important characteristics that they look for, things like the flower shape, the leaves, and the health, of course, most importantly.
Of course.
And he said most of them are a step backwards, so they narrow down 25,000 to around 1,000, 1,200 in that one summer.
I mean, they have to have good genes. Oof. Yep.
Then they spend their first summer in the glasshouse benches, and then they go outside.
Yeah.
And then they look at the ones outside in their year 3, and they select it down to about 100. The ones they like, they propagate.
Yep.
And by year 5, the stars are apparent, and they send them out to other climates. So that was very interesting to see how they cope in all these different climates.
I thought that was a really interesting stage.
And then only 10 arrive at year 6.
Yep.
But they only introduced 6 of them because of any mistakes. So they went from 25,000 down to 6.
Crazy.
Patience of a saint. And Philip finally explains some of the proceeds of the sales will be going to the Royal Marsden Cancer Charity.
Yeah.
And Rachel at the end says, all in a day's work, which just seemed such the wrong thing to say after Philip
was like,
painstakingly. He corrects it, he goes, all in 7 years' work.
Yes. Oh, I felt sorry for him.
So the rose will be on display at Chelsea, and the BBC coverage starts Sunday the 18th of May for that.
I mean, I love this section and I love this new rose. And I think Shakespeare will agree with me. As he said, of all flowers, methinks a rose is the best.
Wow. Well, there we are, Sweetpea.
Yep. Hoo-wee.
Hoo-wee.
Lot.
That was a lot to get through. Your favourite plant from this episode?
Right. It had to be actually Catherine's rose.
Oh, okay.
I loved it so much. I've never seen such a perfect colour.
Oh,
pearly,
it's so
orangey,
you, isn't
pink.
it?
Oh, something
I should have
else.
thought that you'd have that. I really struggled to narrow it down. I had 3.
Oh, I mean, come on now. That's slightly ridiculous.
I had the Tirella Raspberry Sunday, that foam flower at Plant-A-Go-Go.
Interesting.
I really liked the Camassia, the Aurora one.
Yeah, the pink one.
At Stella Malcolm's place.
Loved that.
And then Kate Mason's beautiful swirly escargot begonia.
Yeah, of course. Okay, I can.
Can I have all 3?
You can have
Just
all
for this
3.
week.
Yeah, I get that.
Top takeaway.
putting a bed in the garden.
Oh,
I had that one. And I did have a second one, which was the silver birch lights.
Oh, okay.
Really liked those.
Yeah, I love those as well.
So interesting.
I didn't have those, but I'm totally up for a bed in the garden.
Great. Yeah.
Mine was the tiles and the gravel from the Biosis Mode of Life garden.
Very good point.
Really thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Right then, next week.
Yes. Oh, I think we're back with Monty, aren't we?
I think so. As the days lengthen and the garden bursts into life, Monty is busy planting foxgloves, sowing cosmos for cut flowers, and laying out his tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
Carol Klein continues to inspire us to create wonderful planting combinations in borders and pots all year round, and for late spring, she has the perfect recipes.
Great.
Ashley Edwards, he's a regular columnist in the Garden as Well magazine.
Si.
Travels to Holker Hall in Cumbria to compare gardening techniques on a much grander scale than he's used to in London.
Oh.
It's Mental Health Awareness Week, and we visit a beautiful garden in Oxfordshire which became a place of healing for its creator when he needed it most.
Oh, okay.
Plus a visit to the Alpine Garden Society, who are preparing their colourful containers for the RHS Chelsea Flower Show.
Another good week.
Well, thank you for listening.
Yes, and please like and subscribe if you are enjoying this podcast.
And
always
don't
nice to
if
have
you aren't.
Yeah, and it's always just nice to have a good thumbs up. Makes everybody's day great.
It does. Yeah. She says giving Mother Bear a thumbs up.
I can even do it with my toes, actually.
You can, and you are.
Yes, very cool.
4 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up.
Sweetpea, I'm going to leave your thumbs up, and I'll see you next week.
Okie dokes.
Bye bye, Sweetpea.
Bye, Mummy Bear.